Morning. One moment. One moment. One moment. There we go.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been living with the statue in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who've come and gone. I've been flying with the eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear the baby cry. And I have seen the light of a new day dawning. As below, so above. Oh, you're above. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete, like this moment out of time. Make the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust, like a warrior of love. On a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart the path is lit from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough.
guys. Good morning. We made it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Improve my lighting here. Thank you to Declan and Standing Bear and Lane and Tim and Helen and Elizabeth and Brightheart, Brightheart, something like this. Bless you. You know who you are out there. Thank you to everyone who made a donation to support this program and my ability to be here this morning. I am very grateful, truly, truly grateful. Yeah, so, and thanks to Peter and Teresa and Vivica and David Maria, and also, yeah, gave me some love in prayer and support and donations. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm giving thanks and the donations are pouring in. Yvonne, God bless you. Okay, my friends. So, yeah, my cup runneth over. It was, well, so I may have to leap up here because we got a little inspection going on in the building just to say hi to folks. But I'm super thrilled to be here, and things are really moving. Today is the day out of time in the Mayan calendar, which is pretty cosmic. It's one day out of the year, and it is the day between the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year. And so it is about having a clear access to the higher realms and the higher regions. Addie Lamborn got on last night and did a blending with it's the divine will. It'll come to me. Anyway, big energies right now, my friends, is the point here. And the blue sky is out there. The sunshine is out there. It's all for the playing, as we say here in Ireland. So it's a joy to be here with you. Thank you, thank you. Let's rock this thing, yeah? This was the poem that stood out for me in terms of my journey in the last few days. I was literally in bed with a cold all day yesterday. I didn't eat, I didn't shower. It was one of those days, you know? Lots of meditations and lots of clearing and cleaning and clearing my side of the glass, yeah? What can I do? How can I do this better? This is from our old buddy Rumi. We'll start with a poem and then we'll go to some prayers. Birdsong brings relief to my longing. Birdsong brings relief to my longing. I am just as ecstatic as they are, but with nothing to say. Please, please, universal soul, practice some song or something through me. The way of love is not a subtle argument. The door there is devastated. Birds make great sky circles of their freedom. How do they learn it? How do they learn it? They fall, and falling, they are given wings. Take a breath into that. That's my poem for the morning. I love that line. Absolutely beautiful. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. And again, from my heart to yours, thank you for all the love and support. I'm trying to streamline things, you know, subscriptions and Substack and Patreon and all of that, but it has eluded me so far, and I'm just grateful to get to share these messages with you. And I know that as you can, please God, from here on out, you might make a donation from time to time, so I'm not coming at you in a state of desperation. Yeah. So I appreciate everyone holding the space for me and reminding me of what's true, especially Declan Kavanaugh. He gave me a little tough love, and that seems to have done the trick. Thank you, God. Absolutely it did. All right, so with a joyous heart, here we go. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Let me start again. Let's just take a moment, turn within, take a deep breath. A few deep breaths. If you want to speed it up, slow it down. That's a good one from my guides. All right, slowing down. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Take a deep breath. Let me give you Patricia. I am my I am presence. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the elemental kingdom, the angelic kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Paul Selig. I am in the upper room. Word, I am word. I know who I am in truth, what I am in truth, how I serve in truth. I am here, I am here, I am here. St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Father, Mother, God, indwelling holy presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, I am what thou art what I am that I am. In the oneness that is eternal, unconditional, perfect, whole, and complete, I say yes to love, yes to life, yes to abundance, to joy, happiness, and freedom, and yes to inspiration and empowerment. Father, Mother, God, use me this day for your divine purpose, that I may illuminate the divine will that beats in every human heart, including my own, and that I may liberate every human being in my sphere who is drawn into my life for my good and their good, and to know that and to celebrate that. Use me this day for your divine and joyous purpose. I give thanks, knowing it is so. So it is. And together we say, Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am that I am. Aho Matakwe Asem for all my relations. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Mercy. I'm having a lovely morning here, my friends. Yeah, the tide is turning. Let's start with Brother Standing Bear, who has come roaring into my life the last 2 weeks and A day hasn't gone by that he hasn't lifted my spirits. And here's another one. He says, tune in. Your body has access to infinite intelligence and is communicating that intelligence to you all the time. That feeling in your heart, your gut, your back, your knee, it's carrying information for you. I heard somebody use the phrase yesterday, the body keeps the score. Close your eyes, calm your body, slow your brain waves, and focus on that part of your body. Let's do this together. Turn within, close your eyes, take a deep breath. That feeling in your heart, your gut, your back, your knee, it's carrying information for you. Let me just say, often people respond to their own physical pain or infirmities with anger and judgment. And that's the last thing that our body needs in that moment. I've been there many times. Ask it what the message is for you. Let's take a moment to do that. The body elemental, what message do you have for me right now? Okay, a lot's coming up, maybe for you as well. Trust the first thing that pops up. More water, I hear. And if your initial response is, I don't know, be patient. You do know. And that information will come. You can receive information on how to heal, how to grow, and what to do next. It's incredible, and everyone can do it. Trust what comes up. The messages will get clearer the more you tune in and trust. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Thank you. So that's a lovely segue to something else I want to share with you here today. One of my heroes of the last 5 years or so is Dr. Brian Ardis. And when I was going through my cancer experience 2 years ago before surgery, I was very persuaded to work with nicotine because of Dr. Ardis. Just a bit of nicotine gum and intermittent fasting. And I was looking through my pictures recently, and I saw a picture of myself at that time. And Jesus, I looked pretty healthy, I have to say. I didn't know what I was in for in the next few months. But at that moment, the nicotine was really very powerful. So I encourage you to look into Dr. Brian Ardis and his messages about nicotine. It's not the poison that everyone has persuaded you it is, or it could be. The body actually has receptors for nicotine and for CBDCs. No? THC, the active ingredient of marijuana. Doesn't mean you need to live on either of those things, but the body's adapted to be able to absorb that. Must mean something, yeah? Take a dive. Anyway, Brian Ardis is doing a workshop with Jason Shirka, who's another trailblazer, and they did a fine interview. It's on my page right here. I'm looking at it. Physical and spiritual mastery. And what is Brian Ardis's secret for his own health and empowerment? It's EFT. It's the tapping solution. Well, I nearly fell out of my chair. I never heard him talk about that before. So the guy has got a lot of brilliant ideas, and so does Jason. So it's a wonderful interview. His story is amazing. I encourage you to check it out. You'll be glad you did. If you don't know what EFT is, it's emotional freedom technique, and it's the tapping solution, they call it. And you hit the acupressure points on your body. Here I'm going through them, yeah, and you can say what you're afraid of the first few times, or what you're upset about, or what the blockage is, and then you shift it to the positive affirmation and program that. And by God, it works like a charm. And how we know this is because the proof positive was that the Vietnam vets who were, so traumatized by both the horrors of the Vietnam War, watching it play out in Gaza again, and um, their neglect, utter, complete disregard and disrespect when they came back home. They had a lot to carry for a long time, but they did find a way to treat the trauma by working with EFT, unlike anything else they'd ever tried before. Um, Therapy, heroin, you name it. They tried everything. These chaps. Okay, let's go. Here is Eileen Caddy for today, Our Lady of Findhorn. No, other way. One more time. I got to see Itchy Boots yesterday, this lovely young lady who's on a motorcycle uh, going around the world. Speaking of Scotland, she's just been in Scotland, Itchy Boots, Nora Lee, and she has written a book, Ride to Freedom or something like this, and it's a bestseller. So she was going around the UK and Scotland and Wales doing book signings and having a great time. The weather's been amazing. So, but she's I'm one of my heroes, yeah, doing her thing. So here we go. Check her out. It's called Itchy Boots on YouTube. She drops a. She's just taking a break now after touring through the UK, but she usually drops 2 videos a week, Sunday and Wednesday, and I really find myself looking forward to them every time because she's so uplifting, and her attitude towards life is just absolutely fearless and joyous, and it's a pleasure to be on the journey with such a conscious and joyous human. Okay, guidance for 24th of July. Go through life. There's more to say about today. Go through life with a great sense of peace, and you will be amazed at how much you can get done. You can do far more in quietness and confidence than in a disturbed state of mind. When you are unable to concentrate on what you are doing, it means that you are doing it in a half-hearted manner, and therefore not to the very best of your ability. You see how important your right attitude is to everything you do, so that you can enjoy life to the full. I want you to enjoy life and to find the very best in life. That's God speaking to you through Eileen, and I love it. I want you to enjoy life and to find the very best in life. You will find that when you know where you are going and what you are doing, you do not waste any time being indecisive, but can go straight ahead and do it. Take time to find out directly from me what is required of you. You can only do it in the peace and stillness. So find time for it. It is a very important key. Take a breath into that. Thank you. So here is, I was just looking for Abraham. Do I have Abraham? Birdsong, Eileen. If I refresh the page. So the other thing, Stefan Burns is our space weatherman, and Annie and I follow him religiously because he's always on the money, and he brings both the scientific and spiritual together, which is a rare and wonderful thing when somebody does it. No, and waves of energy, huge waves of energy, are coming onto the planet today and tomorrow. And actually, one of the things I'll read here is Ali Ray's message about these 2 days and staying in our hearts. And this is the thing, my friends. Whatever joy, happiness, love, light, freedom, abundance, inspiration we can bring to the party in these 2 days, it will be greatly magnified. I'm getting the message here, by the universe. Yeah. So focus on what you want, what you love, what you believe, and restrain yourself from being too focused on things that you don't like and don't want to encourage more of. Okay. One more time. Here, I'll just read it here. The discipline that we would like you to exercise is to make a decision that nothing is more important than that you feel good and that you are going to find thoughts that feel better. Your cork floating is the only thing that is worthy of discipline. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That'll do. Up, up, up. So, where are we on the Mayan calendar? That's where I'm going. We're in the white mirror. Excuse me. And blue rhythmic night. So, this is the glyph for today. The energies of white mirror are endlessness, reflect, and order. And the energy of this day is blue rhythmic night, which is organize, balance, equality, abundance, dream, and intuition. And it goes like this. I organize in order to dream. Balancing intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the rhythmic tone of equality. I'm guided by my own power doubled. Take a deep breath. I organize in order to dream. Balancing intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the rhythmic tone of equality. I'm guided by my own power doubled. Deep breath. Last time, best time. Blue rhythmic night, I organize in order to dream. Balancing intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the rhythmic tone of equality. I'm guided by my own power doubled. We give thanks, we let it be, and so it is. Okay, well, we got a new meditation. I was off yesterday, as you might know, and thank you again for my ability to be here today. And going forward, thank you, God, and thank all of you. So here is Judith Kusel for today. She says, before we are born, we meet with our highest guides and Council of 12 from the divine source and preview our life on earth. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Patricia and Addie. This includes reviewing all the negative patterns we have ever created with other souls on earth, and then they agree to meet us again at allotted times when we incarnate, so that we can finally dissolve these patterns through true forgiveness of self and others, and free ourselves and them forever. The latter is not applicable to the new souls who incarnated since 1994, and the ultimate ones since 2012. Theirs differ into the patterns created since birth. In other words, a lot of the younger souls came without any karma. Thank God Almighty. Yet what essentially differs is that this time before we were born, all souls were made fully aware that the old earth would disintegrate and the and the new earth would be fully born, as has happened on the 5th of July, 2020, and about the anchoring in of the new golden age. We knew that we could choose to ascend or not to. We all knew that we would have wake-up calls along the way and be reminded of this when we fall asleep. I raise my hand. Yet we all knew that this was a cosmic occurrence, divinely decreed, and an opportunity to ascend into the new light bodies without needing to die. This is something Addie has talked about as well. You've lived to see it, my friends. And many of us were prepared for thousands of Earth years, for exactly this time in this cosmic moment and event, and knew it was an honor and a privilege to be here on Earth, and here we are. Many are not holding the line. Many are not only holding the line, but already paving the way with love and joy, divinely inspired, living their truth, yet knowing there is still so much to master and grow into. In the next few months and into the next year, let us remember that in the next few months and into the next year. Let us remember this as we are asked to step up in mission and serve in far higher dimensional degrees and rise above all which will surface and fully assume our true purpose for being here. Not only holding the light steady, but expanding exponentially into our true soul powers, abilities, and all that we are in truth, and become and grow into the new golden age, if this is our choice. Take a breath into that. Of course, you can choose not to. This is essentially about what you choose now to be and become or not to. Your own choices determine the outcomes in the here and now. As in this present moment, you are creating your own future you. As you knew before you were born, and take full responsibility for your choices as a master. Your infinite soul knows this into the core. There is just love. Judith Kusel. Take a deep breath. That's all. Just the earth is going to disintegrate and a new one will be born, and you're here to be a bridge builder between the past and the future. I'm being shown, you all probably saw the film Titanic with DiCaprio and Winslet, which was such an incredibly powerful movie. There's a scene where the ship is listing severely, and it's going to truly start to sink, and people are going to face their own death. And there's a priest at the top of the ship who's praying for everyone. And when I saw that, my mind said, that's me. That's my job. And so make of it what you will. But the old, out with the old, in with the new, my friends. This is a cycle. I was listening yesterday. The geological evidence is that the earth has been cleared and rebuilt 5 times that we know. Yeah. So just get yourself ready. It's coming. New moon, July 24th. Tomorrow the sky goes dark. This is from Sister Joni Strickfaden. Thank you, Joni. Tonight the moon disappears and the universe opens wide. With no lunar glow to wash out the sky, the stars burn brighter. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens, and meteors slip silently through the dark. This is a gift for stargazers, a rare moment of cosmic clarity. New moons mark renewal, not just in the sky, but in us. Where the moon disappears, the stars awaken. Take a deep breath. Thank you, Joni. So that's beautiful. Not only is this a day out of time, but it is a day when the moon is hidden and we can really see the stars. So that's a perfect segue for Patricia's new one. We'll see how we go in the time here. But it was about having greater access to the messages and the guidance and the love of our ascended brothers and sisters in the universe. And she specifically spoke about the Pleiades, Andromeda, Arcturus, and Sirius. And I've been working with the Pleiadians through Barbara Marciniak and my own channeling off and on for years. And of course, Lazarus has connected us to Sirius as the gateway of the goddess, and working with those energies many times. I've seen there's a contactee for the Arcturians, I believe, and I don't have a relationship with Andromeda, but these are all the star nations that our native brothers talk about, and this is a big part of what we were doing in the ceremonies with Mother Earth and the beings of light, this life-changing weekend, the World Peace Gathering with Chief Phil Lane. So let me just jump, that's perfect. So here's a message from Phil Lane about the sacred ceremonial eighth fire. He says, some of the ashes of this fire will be placed in the earth on Saturday, this coming Saturday, World Water Day. with Bridget's flame from Ireland present and the flame of Bethlehem, hello, along with waters gathered all over earth, in deep ceremony and combined into a unity vessel in sacred water ceremony at the World Peace Gathering in Cork last weekend. All will be a part of a deep healing oak and hazel tree planting and fire and water ceremony in Kinsale, the next town over, as the sun rises. I just have to figure out how to get there. It's at before sunrise. In the town where the Battle of Kinsale took place in 1601, I know this is Charlotte and Chief Phil working together, which marked the end of the Gaelic Ire and Brehon law. At dawn on Saturday, we honor the new dawn. So Charlotte's finally gotten Chief Phil to get on with using the name Eru rather than Ireland. We raise Eru in sovereignty, reunite fire and water in wisdom, and the bridge of Bridget, reharmonize the divine masculine and divine feminine as we remember and restore divine flow, unity, and harmony within and around. 8 is an infinity number of balance and divine flow in the harmony of Croy space. That's Charlotte. The lighting of the 8th fire in Ireland and the path to the most great peace. So it gives the history here of all of this. Which is really powerful. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. On October 28th, 2023, under the sacred skies of Hidalgo, Mexico, a flame long prophesied in the teachings of the Anishinaabe peoples was ignited and made visible to the world, the 8th fire. This was not merely the lighting of a ceremonial fire, but a profound moment of spiritual awakening for the human family, echoing through the bones of Mother Earth and the hearts of all peoples. This ignition fulfilled the ancient prophecy of the 8th fire, marking a great turning and a sacred moment when humanity was offered a choice: the path of unity, healing, and peace, or the path of growing disunity, destruction, and despair. The 8th fire is a resounding call not only to indigenous peoples, but also to all members of our human family. It reminds us of who we truly are: sacred beings, each of us, a sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, and everlasting, born of the same sacred source, carrying ancient responsibilities to care for one another and all the children of Mother Earth. This is a fire of remembrance, of reconnection, and a powerful call to rise in our full humanity, united in our pursuit of peace and healing. The prophecy of the 8th fire. So I was privileged to be there at the lighting of this at Middleton 2 weeks ago with my buddy Declan. And it was amazing. That Chief Phil was there, and I'm standing there for the first time, and it was a big night in my life. The 8th fire prophecy, revealed by 7 Anishinaabe prophets, tells of 8 eras, each a sacred fire, that describe the unfolding relationship between the first peoples of Abiyala, the Americas, and the incoming colonizers and the destiny of humanity. Excuse me. The first fire, a time of sacred balance when the original peoples received their divine instructions and walked in harmony with all life. The second fire, a period of great migration when the people moved across Turtle Island to fulfill prophecy and adapt to the changing world. The third fire, a time of thriving and prosperity when the indigenous nations lived in abundance upon their homelands. The fourth fire, a dark and painful era of colonization, disease, broken treaties, and the tearing of sacred lifeways. The fifth fire, a crossroads, where people were faced with a devastating choice: assimilate and forget the sacred teachings, or return to the spiritual path. The sixth fire, a spark of renewal, as the sacred ways began to be remembered, and the people turned back to ceremony and truth. The seventh fire, the rise of the new people, including the light-skinned brothers and sisters, who seek truth and healing. This is the moment of decision, to walk together in peace or remain divided and suffer further. The eighth fire, this is the present fire, now lit. If we, the human family, walk the sacred path together, guided by love, justice, and the healing of Mother Earth, we will enter a golden age. If not, the world will descend further into suffering and destruction. The Sacred Convergence in Palenque, March 21st, 2024. The sacred fire was further sanctified on March 21st, 2024 in the jungles of Palenque, Mexico, during the second gathering of the Union of the Condor, Hummingbird, Quetzal, and Eagle, March 18th through the 22nd, 2024. This gathering, a momentous event in the spiritual history of humanity, brought together indigenous representatives from across the Americas for the second time. Here, in an act of deep spiritual unification, Brother Patrick McCollum, a planetary peace builder of Irish descent, who carries the original ashes of the fire of Kildare, uncovered in the year 2000, kept for over 9,000 years by the Brigidine sisters in Ireland, and placed by them quietly and gently into the eighth fire. These ashes, born of Brigid, the Celtic goddess saint of fire, healing the sacred inspiration, merged with the sacred flame of the eighth fire. In this act, the two ancestral lineages, one from Abiyala, the Americas, and one from the Emerald Isle, were joined in a sacred ceremony of unification. It was more than a merging of sacred fires. It was a reconnection of ancient kinship, a spiritual covenant renewed, a prophetic alignment that spanned oceans and generations. The path of the eighth fire, the kindred spirits of Ireland and four worlds gathering in Ireland, July 10th through the 20th, 2025. The sacred journey now leads to Ireland, from July 10th to 20th, 2025. Kindred Spirits Ireland and the Four Worlds International Institute will host a series of transformative ceremonies, oh my God, were they ever, and gatherings on the sacred lands of County Cork and throughout the Emerald Island. And so July 10th, the full moon 8th fire ceremony at the Kindred Spirit sculpture in Middleton. Sacred fires from across Ireland will be united with the 8th fire and the fires of Ireland, including the sacred fire of Kildare. I haven't read all this before, so I hope it's as riveting for you as it is for me. It's just incredible. It's mind-blowing stuff that this has come right into my life, right to my front door. And I'm just honored to be any part of this and to know these wonderful people. I'm so inspired. This sacred action will complete a full circle of reciprocity, invoking healing prayers from around Mother Earth and reaffirming the sacred alliance between the Irish and the indigenous nations of Abya Yala. July 13th through 17th, the Up Games. This is our man, Lucian. He says, celebrating joy, who I have connected with and hope to interview. Celebrating joy, unity, and the spirit of intergenerational healing. The Up Games will gather youth elders, artists, and wisdom keepers to engage play, ceremony, and storytelling along Ireland's wild Atlantic Way. I believe that happened. This gathering will nourish the body, uplift the spirit, and strengthen the sacred bonds between nations. So yeah, this is really fascinating. They're asking us to go to our highest future and channel that back into the present times as a group vision co-creation exercise. Beautiful idea. The World Peace Gathering at Dripsy. At this historic convergence, spiritual leaders, indigenous elders, and peacekeepers from every corner of the sacred hoop will come together to affirm and sign the binding planetary treaty to end war. So that didn't happen yet, but it's going to happen in a month, according to Chief Phil. Here on the ancient land of Eire, we will commit to in unity to end war and heal Mother Earth. Okay, and so How we doing? Good? All right. A legacy of sacred kinship and a mandate of unity. This sacred convergence stands in memory of the Choctaw gift of 1847, when, despite having survived the Trail of Tears, which was a nightmare, the Choctaw Nation sent aid to the starving Irish during the Great Famine of 1847. That act of compassion, born of suffering, has become a river of kindness flowing across centuries. In 2023, the first gathering of the Union of the Condor, Hummingbird, Quetzal, and Eagle, indigenous nations formally entrusted representatives of Kindred Spirits Ireland as bridge builders to serve as a living bridge between the sacred teachings of Europe, Abiyala, the Americas, and sound Mother Earth. The principles of the Eight Fire. These are not mere ideals, they are sacred instructions, principles for walking the sacred path of peace, principles for walking the sacred path of peace. Here we go. We are one family, intimately related to all life, the equality of women and men, and the pursuit of justice, balancing the extremes of wealth and poverty. Excuse me. The elimination of all forms of prejudice, the essential unity of science and spirituality, the independent investigation of truth, embracing unity in diversity. These principles are seeds of the new world to come. They are the spiritual DNA of the Golden Age, foretold by prophecies everywhere on our Mother Earth. A sacred invitation to walk the path together. This is not just a gathering. It is a spiritual turning point for our human family. It is a moment of decision, a time for action, a sacred invitation. Phil Lane Jr. calls upon you, our relatives from all nations, all faiths, all traditions, to come not as spectators, but as sacred participants. Join your prayers, your voice, your firelight with ours. Okay. Join us from Ireland, sign the treaty, add your gifts to the sacred fire, spreading around Mother Earth. As the eighth fire continues to spread, its light will kindle the healing of all nations, the peaceful reunification of Ireland, followed by the sovereign awakening of Scotland, reconciliation in the Middle East, and the ending of war across Europe and Asia, including Russia and Ukraine, the peaceful reunification of the Korean Peninsula, the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China, and the restoration of harmony, I think that's meaning Taiwan, and the restoration of harmony across Africa, the Pacific Islands, and from the Amazon to the Arctic. This is the promise of the Eighth Fire, a world reborn, a sacred reunion, the most great peace, ignited by the sacred fire of Wakantanka and sustained by uncompromising justice, forgiveness, love, and unity, guided by prophecy and walked by all who chose the sacred path as the most great peace, the day that shall not be followed by night. Ahomatakwe Asen. Phil Lane Jr., take a deep breath. Let me give you Ali Ray here as we come down the home stretch. This will be the last thing for the morning here. Thank you. That's quite a lot. Very, very important. So the event is Saturday at sunrise in Kinsale, in the town of Kinsale. More details to follow. And these are life-changing moments, my friends, where we deepen our commitment to the truth that sets us free. And then, yes, the signing of the treaty will happen on the 20th of August at Dripsey Castle. That's my understanding. So here's Ali Ray talking about the next 2 days. She wrote this 9 hours ago. Ali in Kauai. And a shout out to Tessa and Emma in Hawaii at the moment as well, my LifeWave ladies. For the next 48 hours or so, let us join together in the heart. Let us light a candle in our sacred space. Let us sit with our attention on our breath and our heart. Let us allow for space to be created in our days to focus inward deliberately, even if our lives are filled with tasks we must complete. It is more than possible to do chores, care for others, etc., but simultaneously have your attention focused inward. Big message from Great Spirit through Ali, right here. Then, as those tasks are lovingly completed, you can create your sacred space with your candle and sit or lay and be fully focused on your breath and heart. Some of you feel it. You are being called home in sensation and feeling and knowing beyond your human mind. Excuse me. It is of the utmost importance. It is of the utmost importance. It is of the utmost importance to fix your focus on the love that is whispering to you, and not to place your attention on phones, computers, etc. I recommend truly and intentionally removing all devices from your space as much as absolutely possible. And yes, this will mean that you have to read this message and begin your journey inward for this time, and even me or my posts won't be in your space. But if you actually do this, you will feel me there with you. You will feel much more beyond that. And if you stay there long enough, grace will come for you and illuminate for you what has had you in struggle. There is always an intensification of feelings and circumstances right before the breakthrough. The breakdown is the breakthrough. Have no fear whatsoever. Fear is not real. Only love is real. So to you, precious ones, who are being called from within in this timing, follow the call. Let no excuse or story idea convince you or distract you. The proverbial phone is ringing in your heart, and it is time now for you to set everything else down and go answer the call. If you allow yourself to remain distracted, that ring will be very faint. Why not prepare for this miraculous moment by lighting a candle and being steadfast with your attention inward instead of anything outside? I am singing for you. I am seeing you. I am knowing you. I am loving you. And you are never walking or breathing alone. It simply cannot be. For God is love. God is. And I am holding you and celebrating your homecoming. You are always loved beyond measure. Always, always. I so love you. Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Whew, take a breath into that. Sweet God in heaven. That woman is an amazing teacher. All right, well, what we got here? Boom. Let's chat for a minute. Where are we? I've lost my timing. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, that's a challenge, I have to tell you. Can I manage that? I don't know. I'm very lucky in my lifestyle, such as it is, that I do have a lot of space and freedom and privacy to do my inner work and to do the things that I love and care about. I have to say the divine timing of this really is hard to ignore. It's very, very powerful. So I will sit with that, and I hope you will as well. Nothing happens by accident. Everything is in accordance to our free will. We either invite or allow, is the way Lazarus puts it to us. And I'm just grateful for all the love and all the support and all the kindness and all the connection that we have in this circle here, in Morning Poems and Prayers and this page. So thank you again for all of that. That's a lot. That's a lot. Just finishing up with Chief Phil. So he was meant to sign the treaty on the Sunday of the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the events there. I was there Friday and I was there Sunday, and I watched Saturday online. And it was incredible. It was so powerful and so moving. And I met so many wonderful people and had deep connections with many of the elders there, and reconnected with my Irish soul brothers and sisters on this kind of a journey as well. And everyone has something to offer, and everyone's gifts need to be honored. And I so appreciate feeling blessed and honored by all of you here today. So thank you again. I suppose there's no greater gift than our time and our attention. That's where we create our reality from, what we put our time and attention on. And Addie last night did, I still can't get it, it's the Pleiades. We did a series of meditations with her, I'll get it, called, about divine will, and the seven somethings, and the master teacher is the highest aspect of that divine will. So you do all 7 of the divine wills in the process with Oren, and then the 8th one is taking all of that and offering it to the universe, offering it to the world. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I was just listening to Standing Elk talk about the I, the me versus the we, and getting my bloated nothingness out of the way, and asking to be of greater service, and to deepening my commitment to sharing the truth as I understand it, and to be a blessing in this world. It's a thing. It takes a little effort, absolutely, but the rewards are glorious. They're freedom and joy and happiness and love and peace of mind. I was on this morning with our wonderful Course in Miracles group with Mia and everyone. Yvonne, thank you. It's just a sacred circle, and that's what the Indians do here. The indigenous people, they say a prayer, and then we open up our hearts to each other, and we listen for the truth. And then when you speak the truth or hear the truth lands on you, and you remember who you are. And I was saying about Siobhan DePere, she brings me to my best self. That woman is so liberated and so passionate and so fearless that I remember those qualities in myself when I'm with her, when I'm listening to her, and it's a great gift. The same with Chief Phil, the same with Standing Bear, the same with Charlotte Emily Rose, who's hosting a lot of this, and is working like crazy for all these great things to happen. And all the people I met at Dripsy Castle, and that we're invited to go back there in a month, and that Chief Phil was not expected to be here, and because of his injury and his surgery and his recovery, he needs to spend a month in Ireland to recover. We can still sign that peace treaty. So it is in cosmic order. The last thing I'll say is that when I've been talking about my experience that weekend to my friends at the library and here in town and online, I was telling them about the water ceremony that Charlotte hosted, and the rains that came were absolutely extraordinary. I mean, simply, I'd never heard anything like that in all my years living here. It was a downpour of dramatic proportions, and from the water and from the spirit of the water. And these are the things that help us understand that when you do ceremony, Mother Nature responds, Great Spirit responds, that they are listening, and they are guiding us, and they are loving us, and they are honoring and respecting us. So for all of that, my friends, let's do it, shall we? Let's see if we can do 2 days offline. I doubt I can manage, honestly, but I'll see. Anyway, it'll be another invitation to just go very deep. That much I can commit to. in my quiet times and in the meditations that I get to do. So, from my heart to yours, God bless you. I'm just being honest. Thank you again. And if you would like a session with me, Susan, Aaron, and I are going to work together. I'm looking forward to that. Susan's been another angel in my life. Susan and Ali have both helped me many times. So thank you both. And looking forward to that. If I can help you with a session, please reach out to me. And otherwise, morning poems and prayers continues, and on we go. Have a blessed 2 days, day out of time, and know that these energies coming onto the planet today and tomorrow are simply extraordinary, and we're picking up the pace. There's no doubt about it. The sky has opened in every way you can imagine. The veil is lifted. Peace and blessings. All my love. Namaste. Peace.